That tells you that Ecclesiastes 8. Matter of fact, grab it real quick. Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Maybe like start at verse 10 and read 11.
Right, Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 10. It says, "And so I saw the wicked buried, who had come and gone from the place of the holy, and they were forgotten in the city where they had so done. This is also vanity, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily.
Right.
Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil."
Right, because sentence against an evil work is executed speedily. Therefore, the hearts of the sons of men are fully set in them to do evil, man. So just because judgment hasn't really came, but judgment is happening. Judgment happens every day. Hey, the Lord is bringing forth judgment upon this place, man.
That's right.
But just because it hasn't really magnified itself to the point where people are like, oh, you know what I mean?
Right.
People think that everything's just all right.
Right.
Everything is good. That's all right. If the Lord would have did something, don't you think He would have did something by now?
Exactly.
That whole mindset, man.
Still lifted up in pride.
Yeah, lift up. Read that again.
Okay. There's Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. "Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil."
Right, and we read that in Genesis 6. It says that every thought of man was continually evil, man. Before the Lord came and flooded the earth, the Lord said, man, every thought of man was just wickedness, man, continually. Everybody got a wicked thought, man. Nobody's worried about the fear of the Lord, man. Nobody's worried about fearing Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, getting right, repenting.
Right.
You know? Everybody's worried about doing their own thing. Fulfilling their own lust of their flesh, man. You know? Idolatry. Worshiping, just worshiping these different gods.
Right.
You know, got a Jake sitting down at a so-called altar in his crib with some chicken wings and biscuits.
Oh, the cigarette.
You know? Yeah, this is my ancestors. Yeah. A pack of now-laters on the altar. You know? Jake is completely gone, man. So the Lord is like, man, I'm gonna take these guys out, man. 2/3 of our people gotta go, man.
That's right.
First. That's where the house cleaning gonna start, like the scripture says in Peter.
Yep. Judgment must begin at the house of the Most High, man. You know, but if judgment gonna start here,
Yep.
He said, what's gonna happen to those who don't? What's gonna happen to those who don't know, man?
That's right.
These people gonna be. You got it.
I got one. Ecclesiastes.
I know it's one more verse in there. This is verse 12 in Ecclesiastes 8. "Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High."
Read that again.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 12. "Though a sinner do evil 100 times,
Right.
and his days be prolonged."
Right, just like these elites, these so-called these bankers, man. They live to be 100 years old. You know, they got 9 heart transplants and things of that nature, man. So they do evil 100 times and they grow old and they die. You know, thinking that they've accomplished something, right? Go ahead.
It says in the middle of verse 12, "And his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High."
Right, it's gonna be well with those who fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Ultimately, at the end of the day, the fear of the Lord, that's where it's at.
That's right.
That's where the real protection is, man. Scriptures say that the angels of the Lord encamp round about them that fear Him.
Right.
These people ain't gonna have no protection in the day of judgment, man. They're gonna be opened up to all kinds of wicked devices, man. And literally, that carnal beast man is gonna come out, man. That hungry while wait spirit, man. Why wait to get some food? Why wait to go to the grocery store? I'm gonna eat Timothy over here, man.
Yeah, that I'm gonna eat my neighbor spirit. What's that nigga?
Alex Jones.
Yeah, Alex Jones.
Alex Jones, man.
Big-ass nigga,
Gonna be in that thing. Jeffrey Dahmer spirit, man.
Yeah, he said that.
You know?
Eyes wide as hell.
It's in their spirit.
Got it? Was that it?
Yeah, one more verse. In verse 13 it says, "But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before the Most High.
Right, so it's not going to be good with the wicked in that time, man, because ultimately, you literally reaped. You sowed wickedness, so you're going to reap that back, man.
That's right.
The energy that you put out is the energy you put out always going to come back to you.
That's right.
That's why Esau is that's why his judgment is going to be so horrific, man. Because all this man has literally put out was just wickedness and evil, man. Lies, deception, hate. But Esau does it on a detestable scale, man. All kinds of nastiness, man. This place is rooted in filth, man. And if you're not crying to the Lord, man, you're a part of the problem.
That's right.
You can't decorate your hell here, man. You do the best you can to get by, but you just passing by, man. We as pilgrims passing through this place. We're not looking at America as the end all be all, but the majority of these people look at America as this is it. Ain't nothing else better than here in America, man. Give me some football, give me some basketball,
High mileage shorty.
Yeah, give me some Budweiser, and I'm good, man. I'm in the game.
Bag of weed.
A bag of weed.
Yeah, some hammer.
Jake really think that Madden 2158 gonna come out, man. Yeah. Madden. Yeah, you gonna be able to actually play Madden. You gonna be able to play Madden in the metaverse. Yeah. You want to play NBA 2K? You can actually be EA Sports. It's in the game. You really about to be in the game. You can be in the game now, man. That's the world we coming to, man. That was it, man. Yeah, appreciate you got to come.
Yeah, kind of. This is 2nd Ezra 5:1. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken away in a great number.
Man, it said that they're gonna be taken away in a great number. It's gonna be suddenly, man.
Yep.
And we believe that this victim's venom is gonna be a main way how these elites plan to kill a large majority of these people, man.
That's right.
Why didn't they push it so hard? Why didn't they push it so hard people to get it, man? Because there's a great covenant on the way, man. And we also believe this is getting people's bodies ready to take the MOTB, man. Written about in Revelation the 13th chapter, man. That's the main prophecy that we know. Once that gets implemented on a worldwide scale and it's made mandatory, we know that it's only an amount of time that Yahweh Shai is going to come and deliver us, man. And we right there, man. We right there. We know what's getting ready to come down the pipe, man. Okay? The MOTB is the microchip. That's what it is. It ain't no philosophy.
Right.
It's not an image of Jesus Christ. It ain't 666 white men sitting in a temple somewhere.
Roman Catholic Church.
The Roman Catholic Church. Man. No, we know what it is, man.
Right.
Through faith and through the mystery that the Lord opened it up to us, we know exactly what it is, man. And the Lord made it a mystery for a reason. He didn't reveal it to everybody.
Right.
Go ahead.
It says, they which dwell upon earth shall be taken away in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hid.
And the way of truth shall be hidden. And what is that?
Right.
That's ultimately leading to what? The famine of the word, man.
Mm-hmm.
When the Lord is going to take his word out of the earth, man. Because right now, this is the grace period, man. This is the grace period where the Lord is allowing us to get right.
That's right.
Where you can hear his word and repent. But here, matter of fact, I recently seen YouTube had did an update to whereas now the thumbs down, there's no more thumbs down on YouTube now. Right? And yesterday I was going through YouTube looking at a couple things, and a lot of the GMS breakdowns are no longer up. A lot of the breakdowns that was once up on YouTube, I looked yesterday, a lot of them gone, man. And I know I ain't tripping. They definitely went and did some so-called cleaning up on YouTube. I'll just put it like that. So here it is, man. The family of truth gonna be hidden, man. You got it.
It says, continuing on 2nd Ezra 5, in the verse 1, the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith.
The land gonna be barren of faith, man. You know what does it mean to be barren? To be empty, right? Like if a woman who's a barren woman, a woman who doesn't have that can't have children, man. So it says the land gonna be barren of faith, man. Pretty much faith is gonna be empty in this place, man. What's gonna cause people to completely lose their minds, man. That's why the Lord said, when I come, shall I find faith on the earth? You gotta think, these people got faith in a system that's crumbling. And this system completely turns on you so-called Americans that want to trust in this place. Faith is gonna go completely out the door.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Like it, please. Just to land back, I was listening in on the way up here, and you were going into that Isaiah 19, going into that language of Canaan. Now, when you read up, like the priest going into, it goes into how it's not going to be any work left for Egypt. You know, the economy is going to collapse. Okay, these jobs, the grind is going to cease pursuant to Ecclesiastes 12. In verse 2, Isaiah 19, it says Egyptian is going to fight this Egyptian. The Lord said he's going to cause that, man. You know, just land back on the priest.
Right.
Love a minute gonna last cold, man. When shit get bad, people gonna throw all the morals that they think they got out the window, man. Right. All these so-called Christian morals, I'm good. That shit gonna go out the window, man.
Look at Black Friday.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you know.
So when it's food,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, bro?
People revert back to animalistic instincts when their things are taken away.
Yep.
And that's what this devil is orchestrating with the orchestrated famine. You know, with this pestilence, he's orchestrating an instance where people are going to be reverted back to their animalistic nature because they're carnal anyway. So they don't have any spirit because they're not spiritual. The only people that are going to be able to navigate spiritually during that time are those that are hearkening to the words of Yahweh.
Yep. Wisdom and knowledge is gonna be the stability of that time, man. So if the land is gonna be barren of faith, these people literally gonna lose. They're gonna go, as they say, ape shit, man.
Yep.
They're gonna go crazy, man. And it's gonna be so bad because they're not gonna have a firm foundation of what to rely and fall back on, man. They're gonna be looking for it. I know. Wait.
I was gonna say that's why y'all want to say a man's foe is gonna be there of his own household, man. Yep. People gonna start turning on their own family, man. Killing their own people for whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever they got, man.
For one more meal.
Yeah, for a bottle of water, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
That's gonna be precious in that day, man.
Yep.
You know?
Every drop.
Yep. And it's gonna be people that say, oh, you know, I don't eat that. Hey, you know, it's gonna be tested. You know what I'm saying? To follow the dietary law because it may be only pork or only this available. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna have to, you know, us included, of course. You know, we're gonna have to be like, hey, I'm good on that. That's where they come in. It may have been 3 or 4 days where you didn't eat. Yep. You got to be in that mindset. Well, you know what? The Lord did it for Elijah.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I might have to suffer a little bit, but hey, that's what this is about. Learning and growing right now, because we're learning how to be abased and how to be abound. So yeah, we're gonna be tested. Okay, the example man is tried in the furnace of adversity. That's something that you come to terms with, you know, when you step into this thing. A lot of people who haven't come to terms with, hey, part of this walk is being tested, part of this walk being humbled and brought low, losing things. They fold. They're gonna fold as things begin to unravel here. That's why you got to understand what this walk is truly about, man. Look at what our big brother had to go through.
Look at Ezekiel's wife taken from him.
Yeah.
You know?
Didn't the Lord tell him not to weep?
Yeah.
Don't
cry for
Don't cry for it. You know what I mean? So we have to endure some things, but we know at the end of that time there's a great reward. Right, and that great reward is the kingdom.
That's right.
You know, but before that, it's Jacob's supper. You know, so what was the first one I asked for? Okay, let's get that, and then we're gonna go back to the elect. Because a lot of people, they're gonna be out here, like we were bringing out earlier, man. They're gonna be out here, stomach eating itself, man. You know, just like how it was during the days of the siege of Jerusalem, man. Okay.
Lamentations chapter 2 and verse 11. Mine eyes fail with tears.
Right. Jeremiah was lamenting.
My bowels are troubled. My liver is
is poured upon the earth for the destruction of the daughter of my people. Because the children and the sucklings sown in the streets of the city, they say to their mothers,
Oh, it's 8:3 at the time. So yeah. Okay.
yeah, man, because Jacob's trouble is prophesied in the scripture. Lamentations 2:11 again. Mine eyes do fail with tears, my bowels are troubled, my liver is poured upon the earth for the destruction of the daughter of my people. Because the children and the sucklings sown in the streets of the city, they say to their mothers.
It says because the children and the sucklings swoon in the streets. So what does it mean to swoon? You like basically Vincent, you crying, you begging, you like, man, oh, I wish I had something to eat. I wish I was able to even eat a tenth of what I used to eat. You know, I would pay so much more than what I'm used to paying just for a little bit of food. You know?
Verse 12, they say to their mothers.
Right, so you're gonna have children walking in this, tugging on their mom's, shirt or whatever, asking for food and water. Go ahead.
They say to their mothers, where is corn and wine?
Right.
When they swoon as the wounded in the streets of the city, when their souls was poured out into their mother's bosom.
Right. So again, they're gonna be begging and pleading to their mothers for something, man. Because when you a child, you don't understand. You know what I'm saying? But that's part of that judgment, man. Those children that go without food.
All the welfare mamas in that day take into account, man. Like you said, a child, they can't speak. All they know is to cry. That constant crying, and you don't have any milk. You're malnourished yourself, so you can't breastfeed. It's going to be a horrible time. That's why when you go to Matthew 24, 20. Somebody
But let's get this real quick.
Go ahead.
Lamentations chapter 4, verse 4. The tongue of a sucking child cleaveth to the roof of his mouth for thirst.
Yeah, and we probably rarely have ever been that thirsty. You know what I'm saying? But if you go long enough, a couple days without some water, especially on a hot day, you might have worked out or ran a long distance. You know what I'm saying? Depending on your childhood, if you was really about that playing life outside, you mess around and play all day without getting some water. Trying to get some, looks all crusty. Yeah. But imagine going days and days as a child without it. That child baby gonna be crying, man.
Hey, and in this, the little synopsis at the summary at the top of the chapter says, Zion bewelleth her pitiful estate. Zion, of course, it means monument, but that's synonymous for the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, or Israel, man. But verse 4, it says, the tongue of the sucking child cleaveth to the roof of his mouth for thirst, the young children as bread, and no man breaketh it unto them. So that means, like the priest is going into, it's going to be children, little Tayshawn, little Emily, walking around, following their mom, and, in their day, mommy, I'm hungry. And it says, it's not going to be any bread to break unto them, because of the famine that the Lord is going to send, man. Right. Verse 5, they that did feed delicately.
And people don't understand that it's a famine right now.
That's right.
That's why the prices of everything, of the food is going up. Of course, you got inflation because of the, because of the circulation of money is being increased. You know what I'm saying? The production of it is being increased as well. But also, there's less food to go around, man. So it's more valuable. Like when you read in the 3, what is that in 2 Kings? When that talks about that famine, the people was eating bird dung and cow. Donkey heads. Yeah. The least desirable food you can think of, but people were trading silver for it. You know,
eating pork back
which an ounce of silver may go for let's say go for like $20-something. You know what I'm saying? Probably a little bit more now. You know, but they was paying big deal, paying what they had for it, man. And it's gonna come to pass pretty soon, like the scriptures say in 2nd Ezra, victuals are so good, cheap that they find themselves to be in good case, man. You know, hey, it's gonna come to pass when it's not gonna be the buffets and all of these fine dining restaurants.
Right.
You know, so, oh, matter of fact, it was what was it? Something that was becoming steak was becoming like the price of steak has gone up so much. You know, prime steak. That's like a rich man's meal now. You know, and it's like damn. So, but there's gonna be more things going up too.
That's
You know?
going up because
Is that it on that limitation?
it's a little bit more. I got one more verse.
Verse 5, they that did feed delicately are desolate in the streets. Okay, synonymous for those being good off or well off, well living, man. You know, being you know, having a little bit of money, you know, being good to yourself. They that were brought up in scarlet and break donkeys, hey, kings, you know, nobles. All right, now I'm gonna jump down to verse 9. It says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. Okay, so those that be slain with the gun, the modern day sword, man, are better than those that be slain with that famine, man.
Right. Yeah. Because it talks about how they pine away and they hunger. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's get this article on the prices of meat now. You know, and I don't know how in the hell some of these restaurants that they have been managing, they not making no money, bro. Because, like, you know, I see it like it's the restaurants that have the cheapest prices, they get flooded.
Yeah.
You know, because people trying to find out where they can get prices, last year's prices in 21. You know,
Okay.
get it.
It's an article from Fortune.com. It goes. The title of the article is. It was October 14th, 2021.
Right.
The title of the article is "What's Really Behind the 10.5% Increase in Meat Prices This Year?" The average American consumes around 144 pounds of meat each year, but that may shift as staples like beef, pork, and chicken have become a lot more expensive over the past year.
That's right.
The latest consumer price.
So that means that for every 10 pounds of meat that you ate last year, you didn't get a raise this year. Now that same money is going to buy you 9 pounds of meat. So you gotta either manage your money or make more money. Especially now, if you're not making more money than you was last year, you're making less. Because meat ain't the only thing that went up. Everything going up. That's why you see everybody have the weird hiring sign on their what's the name? Starting at $12. I would have killed for $12 an hour when I was in high school, man.
We got
because over there in Georgia, it was the same minimum wage, was the same over there as it is over here, $7.25. You know what I'm saying? So 12 an hour, I would have been like, Kanye. You know, if you making 12 an hour, you might well be making less than minimum wage, man. You know?
And these people, Salakia, these people used to living in excess. We live in America. All over the world, it's common knowledge that, you know, you come here, everything is so easy to do, everything's so easy to get. So it's about to be a shell shock to these people. You know, the scriptures are talking about famine over and over, because these people are going to be utterly shocked when that lifestyle of having abundance, just having things so easily accessible to them, is just stripped away from them.
And because this place, it says this is the land that dwelleth without cares.
Yeah. It's gonna cause people to seek for a spiritual word. But the Lord gonna shut that down too. It's gonna be a famine word too.
Middle of this article, the latest consumer price index shows the cost of meats, poultry, fish, and eggs has risen 10.5% in the past year.
Bro, I paid $4.50 for a dozen eggs today. like, damn, the eggs used to cost that much when I was like before I was working. Man, it was eggs, you know, $5 for some eggs.
GMO.
You know, and really, yeah, really them eggs should really be like $20. The fact that there's so many chickens and the way that they industrialize this shit, you know, they managed to keep it low for the time being. But really, hey, we're gonna see a price hike, and it ain't gonna be no little 5-10%. Go ahead.
It's 17.6% for beef alone.
17.6%. So the price of a hamburger has went up damn near 20% since last year, man. Okay, go ahead.
But McDonald's still got it for $1.
That's how you know it ain't.
That's how you know. But why are prices increasingly sharply now? A number of factors are contributing to escalated prices, but most revolve around supply chain issues and labor challenges.
Right, going into going into what we were reading earlier in Lamentations, you know, it's pretty much when a city is in besiege, you're not able to take in goods, and that's what's happening to America right now, man. You know, now, you know, America thankfully has this, you know, well, I won't say thankfully, but fortunately for the Americans right now, they have a lot of farmland. You know what I'm saying? You know, but again, those crops from last year and this year is low, like significantly low,
60%.
to where it's about to hit. Because winter is when you know, eat into that stockpile. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't got none.
So we're finna see how empty these shelves get. Is there more than so get on that? You still had to finish that. You had to present it.
I just had the Matthew 24 and 20 talking about ones of them that give suck in those days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're going into the fact that the children not having food to eat. Why is the Lord saying these things, man? Because it's all culminating to this point to where people are going to be in such dire straits that they're going to be looking for a solution. Now, there's going to be a spiritual solution, the Lord, okay, seeking that righteousness, seeking meekness, but this devil is also going to come with a solution. He's orchestrating this so he can say, hey, well, if everybody takes this MOTB, we can capture things back to normal. So all these things, he's going to use them to his advantage, man.
Oh yeah, Bill Gates said the Vanessa ain't working. So we need to find out ways. We need to find out alternative ways. So what the heck is that about? You know?
Chip.
Yeah, man. And so what if they think DARPA has created a chip, okay, that can track or detect symptoms from this C thing? You know what I'm saying? This little the disease, man. So what's next, man? That chip. That's the end all be all. This is the salvation of humanity. You know, and you can buy and sell. You can have your medical records, you know, all in one place. Your digital ID, your social score, all can be traced back to the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast pursuant to Revelation 13:16. You got
Limitations.
You know,
That was it.
yeah, I had some
Okay.
whatever you want.
Well, let's
Go
get
ahead.
what we had as ancestors for. You got what was the other one? Oh wait, you had Psalms what?
Psalms 37. I got you right here.
Okay.
This is
Go ahead.
Psalms 37:25. I have been young and I'm old.
Hey, the shot. Watch your garment.
Like it.
Psalms 37:25. I have been young and now I'm old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging for bread.
Right. And so, transitioning into the topic of the elect being fed and provided for, you know, we have that the Lord is gonna, you know, keep us from salvation. You know, just like the prophet Elijah, you know, the Lord had an angel. The Lord had an angel give him, you know, food to where he could make it to, I believe it was Mount Horeb, if I'm not mistaken. You know, and it was a long journey, 40 days, man. You know, so the Lord can give us power to endure if necessary. Ultimately, it's all according to the Lord. Matthew 7 chapter. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about what you're going to eat. Matter of fact, you hold that focus on Matthew 7. Yeah. Let's get that Isaiah 64.
Isaiah chapter 65, verse 13.
Oh, yes.
Thus said Yahweh power, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty.
Right. It says, my servants shall eat, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Who is the difference between? Matter of fact, read the first verse of that.
Isaiah 65 and verse 1. I am sought out of them that ask not for me. I am.
Who are those that ask not for the Most High? Brothers on the other side. Read it again, Baba. Read the whole verse.
Isaiah 65 and verse 1. I am sought of them that ask not for me. I am found of them that sought me not.
Right. It says, I found of them that sought me not. I am sought of them that asked not for me. So who was that talking about?
Israelite foreigners.
Exactly. The Israelite foreigners, which in these times are Israelite foreigners, man. You know? But you have Israelites that knew that they were Israelites. They were just the Lord, you know.
Crazy. I was like, I ain't breathing. I'm at 100% today. They got four. They got four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4, 3, 4. Reader, speaker, host.
How was y'all week, man?
Yeah.
Not like this, boy. Like this.
But be feeling like that.
Yeah.
Anybody got a topic?
The camera ain't wide enough.
Y'all take a picture. That's a lot of pictures.
Wow. Man.
Yeah, nice.
Get that lesson yesterday about pedophilia. Disney producers.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I was on
down right away.
Took
it down
Oh,
right away.
I was on while you were doing that. That's why I got a chance to see it.
To how the police even
Man, yeah.
going and the police cover for them.
Man. Some badges.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy as hell, bro. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that
bro.
pedophilia symbol is on the
It's
back, bro.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's on the front.
Like, God damn, that's crazy.
Come in. Right
Circle it up.
Oh, you take another picture? No, I ain't taking one, man.
I'm already there.
Okay.
We've been live for a minute.
Okay, so
Maybe I need to put my camera on your camera. Yeah, let me do that.
Rotate the mic.
Yeah. That way we ain't looking two different directions.
Oh, Lord. Rotate. Yep, that's survival.
Yeah, that really irritated me. I was like, this was cyberbullying and harassment. I said, what? Yeah.
So it rotated, but I rotated it. Damn it, boy. Come on, guys.
Yeah, I was live.
They were watching
As soon as I ended it, they was like, yeah, I got the notification. New content.
man, that's crazy.
Cause like some of the shows they were showing out, I saw like some of these shows.
Right. The second Cody and all that.
Y'all will kill me, Charlie Sheen. This Charlie Sheen.
Oh my goodness. Corey.
Yeah, he said, I can't even say it. You know, I can't even say it. You know, oh man.
That's why they got it.
They said, he said, he was on 7.
Hey, one of my see, it's saying rotate, but I got me rotating.
You got your thing on lock.
No, I unlocked it. I unlocked it. You know what to do?
You about to start his show, y'all.
I'm about to I think I'm gonna have to just do it all over again. I'm about to restart it because it was initially on.
But yeah, man. He said put Christmas on the man. Right on the set, broad daylight. Nobody said nothing.
CRISPR?
Charlie Sheen on set, you know, molesting this child.
Right.
On set, broad day.
Why CRISPR?
I don't know. Closest thing he had.
That is there off the chain.
Yeah, I think that's the only closest thing we had to some type of news.
Oh, Lord.
It's out, man. It was mad.
And he was about it. You
You were wrong. They take no video, man. Because you're showing.
I'll take a picture. I can. 1, 2. One more time.
They know they cold, right?
I know.
They know they cold.
Yeah, they go.
It's like these hoes tag you because they trying to be sexy. It's like, this bitch ain't even got no fashion. That's it. There we go. That's it. It's like, yeah, we live, brothers. We been live, too.
Wow.
So whatever y'all want to do, y'all want to play, we'll just freestyle. We'll pop on. Hey, Shalom, Mike Young. Hey, we want to give all praise to our Heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, and Kakadash. Hey, double honors to the apostles, the elders, and who will. Peace and many salutations to y'all cameras toiling in this truth. We come down here week in to prophesy the downfall of this place, Babylon, the great. And we're here to wake up the elect, man. Chiefly we're here to prophesy and to edify your brothers by scriptures. Because it says in Isaiah 8:20, if you speak not according to this words, no likelihood. We ain't out here to speak our own vain words, but we out here to give us, you know what I'm saying, this knowledge and these precepts. And without further ado, the Kahan here, Don, he has a precept we're gonna go into. We're gonna let the spirit ride.
Okay, so this is Psalms 94:16, because we're in a battle. Most people don't realize that we're at war with our enemies, man. Psalms 94:16 says, "Who will rise up for me against the evildoers, or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?" And iniquity is sin upon sin. And there's a man that carries out sin in the earth, a man that's infecting the whole world with wickedness. And you can't even call him on it because he has people so bugged out, and he'll flip it around like you're the one that's tripping.
Right.
You know? That's how perverse this place is. The Lord had set up to where he's going to raise particular men up in the last days to tell his people to repent so they don't have to partake in the destruction that's coming to this place, to this spiritual suck, to this spiritual Gomorrah, man.
There's more than that.
Huh?
There's more than that.
Yeah, keep going. Verse 17. Unless the Lord had been my help, I almost dwelt in silence.
That's right. Hey, man, because you see all this stuff, and it could be overwhelming. You know, you could have the mindset of, well, you know, this evil is unsurmountable, right? This evil is unsurmountable. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any control, so I'm just gonna live my life. I'm getting mutual funds, some dividends, and chill on it. You know what I'm saying? But the Most High has called us out of this world, man, to be soldiers. And it talks about that in Second Timothy. Soldiers for the Most High. Things that we put away to serve the Heavenly Father. Did you got something up the line?
Yeah, I bring something. Just going into the, it says who will rise up against the evildoers, man. You looking at them, man. Beginning starting with Apostle Tahar on down, man. Those vessels pre-painted and pre-chosen to in the valley of dry bones. This is Ezekiel chapter 37, and verse. I'm gonna get to the point. Verse 10. So I prophesied, he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army. You know, and that's the elect, man. You know, the 124,000. Those men predestinated and pre-chosen from the foundation of the world to return to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. Those men are out here preaching against this place, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the scriptures say, what's that in Jeremiah 28?
Yep.
28:8.
Okay.
If somebody want to grab that?
Okay.
Jeremiah 28:8. I prophesy the downfall of Babylon, man, the great, you know, which is America in these times.
This Jeremiah 28:8, right? It reads, "The prophets that have been before me, before thee of old, prophesy both against many countries." And might I say, anybody that considers themselves a man of the Lord, there's certain things that they're not going to be for.
Right.
A prophet isn't going to be in the spirit of God bless America.
That's right.
None of the men of the Lord in this book were ever for God bless Babylon or Syria.
Right.
They were hastening the coming of the kingdom, man. Now we dwelled in those lands. The Lord caused some of those lands to prosper because we were there.
Right.
But we're waiting on the kingdom, man. All right, we're not for this place. And against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
And you're seeing that right now, man. You said, and like it says in Matthew 24, man, you know, that the prophecy in Matthew, the 24th chapter, you know what I'm saying? We're seeing all the skirmishes, you know, right out there in over there in Taiwan, there's tensions building, and China tested a hypersonic missile that traveled all the way around the globe before it came in and hit its mark, man. So, and the scriptures speak of that, how those arrows are going to be shot into the ends of the world, man. You know what I'm saying? So when those times, all these things that are written in this book, man, these prophecies are coming to pass as we speak, man. And these men, you know, again, starting with Apostle Tahar are out here preaching these things against this place, man. You know, death to America, man. We hate this place. We're ready to get out of here. This place needs to be destroyed. You know?
And he mentioned Taiwan. Somebody who was not paying attention to the signs of the times, they were like, oh, that's far away. That has to do with you.
Mm-hmm.
If you live in Babylon, America is recognizing Taiwan as an independent, nation, and that's China. China's like, hold up.
Yeah, that's my territory.
This is my stuff. What are you
Right.
doing?
Right.
So these major powers that are prophesied to go at it in the scriptures, the stage is being set, and that's going to affect you, man.
That's right.
It affects you somewhat with the supply chain crisis.
Yeah, that ain't coincidence.
You see what I'm saying? Because you have to understand that trade is global now. There's a term called globalization, which goes into how these various economies of different countries are interconnected. You know what I'm saying? So now, China and America, they're in a very, very intriguing predicament because they have an interdependent relationship. People say, well, China, they could just stop, producing in America. Well, how are they gonna get their money? And conversely, how is America gonna get the goods? So right now, they have to work with each other. But what do you see going on? Trade wars. It was really ignited during the Trump administration, and now you start to hear Biden talk more about it. And the reason why is wars being fomented, man. Before World War I, before World War II, what was going on? Economic crisis. And we've seen that playing out before our eyes.
And at the end of every major conflict like that, we have a global conflict. A new power always arises after that. People, and nations, they're excited. China thinks it's going to be them. Russia thinks it's going to be them. But, twist, it's going to be it's going to be the kingdom of the Most High, man. We're going to be on Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So we're excited about this battle getting ready to take place too. Because we know that the Lord is going to intervene. He gives you great detail in Joel the 3rd chapter. We had something
about the prophets, man. Because our people don't know, they don't know. That's why they walk by us, man. They don't know the definition of a true prophet. My brother just read it, man. All right? Our people think T.D. Jakes and Joel Osteen, they're prophets, man. But they just said the prophets speak against great kingdoms, man. This is 1 Samuel 16:4. And Samuel did that which the Lord spake and came to Bethlehem, and the elder of the town trembled at his coming and said, comest thou peaceably? See? Our people knew back then when the prophets come, it was basically trouble, man. And you about to get judged, man. That's why those elders trembled, man, when they seen Samuel coming, man. Okay? And you people, man, you about to, hey, man, the prophets are back on the scene, man. You should be trembling. You should be taking ear to the Lord, man. Because it ain't no way so we speaking, man. We come from thus saith the Bible, man. Okay? Thus saith the how about Shemir Hoshai, man.
Where the problem lies, these people, they cling onto carnality. So when they see a man like a T.D. Jakes or a Joel Osteen, they think, oh, this is what God is, because they don't see spiritually. They don't even know what's right from wrong, man. You ask the ordinary person what sin is, they know. All right, and this is Sirach 13:22. It says, when a rich man is fallen, he hath many helpers. He speaketh things not to be spoken, and yet men justify him. And hey, going into earlier, this damn devil, he does so much wickedness, and people help him. They help him navigate. That he has all this cover to do his BS. But if we even say anything that slightest bit sounds wrong, our people are ready to overthrow us. All right? The poor man slipped, and yet they rebuked him too. He spake wisely and could have no place. And the Lord has set wise men and teachers before you, so that you can be, exempt from this great destruction that's getting ready to take place. He's giving you an instruction on how to do it. But what? Proverbs 1. You set at naught all the Lord's counsel.
It said he spake wisely. What was it?
I'll read it again.
Wisely.
It said, he spake wisely and could have no place.
See, when you keep reading, they say that the rich man is speaking, and they exalted his words to the clouds, man.
Yeah. It said, when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue.
Yeah, they shutting the hell up, man. You shut the hell up when Esau say something, man. When Biden come on news, y'all shut the hell up and listen, man. when TD Jakes, your neighborhood pastor, said something, y'all shut the hell up and listen, man. You know, and they telling you, they making you go the hell out, man.
And look, what he said, they extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this?
Who is this nigga? That's how they did.
That's how they did Yahweh Shai. They said, it's not this
Joseph's son?
Joseph's son? We don't know his brothers and sisters?
Yeah.
Hey, man, the prophet's not received in his own country. What fellow is this? And if he stumbled, they will help to overthrow him.
Man.
And that's the spirit of our people, man. That's the spirit that they don't want to see something like this flourish. Because this isn't a part of the world. It doesn't allow them. You know what niggas don't like this? This requires for you to change. Yep. This requires for you to deny your flesh. Yeah. And they don't want to do that. They like, oh, this thing, you want me to stop eating my bullshit? You want me to stop sleeping with whoever I want to sleep with? You want me to consider these things?
That's the true baptism, man.
Yeah.
That's the true baptism, changing, bro. Being washed, immersed in this word, man. Like it says in Psalm 119, whether will a man cleanse his way by taking heed to the word, man. You know?
119 and 9.
Yeah, I think it's about 9.
I'm right here. Psalms 119 and 9.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Go back a page. So like it Psalms 119 and 9. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto, according to thy word. With my whole heart have I sought thee.
Man, that's how you cleanse. That's that true cleansing, man. Not just dipping the damn, your chlorine tub at your church, man. Yeah. You know, that ain't cleansing you, man. This is another one say that though you wash yourself in what is it, nitrogen or something like that. You know, yet your sins not
Yahweh Shai also told him, he said, you got to cleanse the inside of the cup to make the outside clean also.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, people spend a lot of time, they listen to these internet gurus and all these different people to try to level themselves up. Yeah. This is the real leveling up. Yeah, this is how you cleanse your way, like the scripture says. You had it?
Watch yourself.
I got a real quick one, y'all wait. Ezekiel, you got it? No, go ahead. Ezekiel 11 and 2. Then said he unto me, Son of man, these are the men that devise mischief and give wicked counsel in the city, which say, it is not near. Let us build houses. This city is the conjured, and we be the flesh. Going into how the city is going to be the protection. You know what I'm saying, for the meat. Like when you have, let's say for instance you cook some meat. What are you going to put it in? You going to just have it on a plate? No, you're going to put it in a cauldron for it to be contained. So a lot of people, like the brother was going into, you got these gurus online, and our people are listening to them for comfort versus going and listening to the prophets. You know,
it's a waste of time and it's a bad investment. Okay, because you go listen to some brothers just too, but if you go listen to Kevin Samuels, then you don't know what to do when Jacob Trouble happens. What do you do in Jacob Trouble? Okay, what do you do?
Economic collapse.
Yeah, what do you do in regards to the MOTB? How do you live forever? That's what we're trying to tell you. We're trying to tell you how to receive everlasting life. None of your social media gurus to tell you how to have everlasting life, how to obtain a kingdom, dominion over the earth. Talking about kingship. We're auditioning for kingship. You niggas is worried about the nickels.
They're worried about being on living on their side, and they under the impression that this system is gonna last.
They're institutionalized.
This system not gonna last forever. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're talking about getting a real estate and this and that. Where it's about to be an economic collapse. Now, with that being said, are we saying this benevolence? Are we saying to be not careful in your everyday life? It says in the scriptures, he that continueth the small things shall fall little by little. How you pay your bills on time? How you if you can put back money, put back money.
But what will ultimately save you is investing in this spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna save you. You know, because brothers take what we say literally, especially if you're a younger man and you live your life reckless. No, we're not advocating that. The scriptures don't teach us that. There is a balance. Like Kevin, you listen to Kevin Sattler to get the game on these boppers. That's cool. But at the end of the day, guess what? You got to get your experiences according to what the scriptures say. The scriptures give you a blueprint on what. Yeah. The scriptures give you a blueprint on how to deal with it. Right. You got certain experiences you got to get for yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're here to really prophesy unto you, but you know what I'm saying. Certain aspects of your life, you got to figure it out yourself, bro.
This is the guidelines on how to make decisions. Okay, this is how you make the judgment calls. We're learning the righteous judgment, right?
That's right.
And there's going to come a time where the knowledge of your righteous judgment is going to be tested. We're stepping into that time. Yeah. So you want to be well equipped to make the right judgment calls. You want to look at the example of your fathers. You see the things, the decisions, and how they move when they went through tough spots. Because we're about to go through some, like it talks about in Jeremiah 16. Nation no more talk about the things that's about to hit. We're about to experience something much greater.
Right.
So we're gonna have to be much more on point.
Yeah. Right. It's saying that we always say there's gonna be like a time or other. We have to internalize that for ourselves and not be beautiful. We got a blueprint, but we are light years ahead, mentally speaking, from the masses because we know what's about to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's Proverbs 11:4. It says, "Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death." That's right. Hey, knowing how to maneuver this life, that's really truly riches, man. We're gonna know and understand there's certain neighborhoods we're not gonna be able to encounter. There's certain people that we don't want to be around. Right. There's certain medicines, if you will, for lack of a better term, that we know it's not gonna be advantageous for us in that day. You know what I'm saying? So we know how to, we're gonna go here, and we know the importance of this brotherhood, man. That's right. This brotherhood is very important, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, on a very intimate level, because brothers are dealing with you, bro. You have to deal with your brother. They gonna see your dirty draws. They gonna call you out. You know what I'm saying? They gonna hold you accountable according to these scriptures, bro. That's a beautiful thing.
That's real love. That's the real safety that you want to have around you. You want to have people that are like-minded around you. There's people in the world, they got these friend groups. Their friends don't enhance their life in any kind of way. You talk about the brotherhood, we got brothers that know about the herbs. We got brothers that can go into the Hebrew and give more edification. Brothers that are really into history. Brothers that, are in certain places to where they can help brothers do certain things. There's brothers that helped me keep my job a little bit longer because they was able to notarize some stuff for me. You understand? So you want to have, the Lord has equipped the body with all the things that it needs.
That's right.
All right?
Right, bro. You gotta add, not subtract.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's where it's at. Add to the body, not subtract it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Getting yourself individually ready for what's to come. Because ultimately, bro, nobody can really save you. You know what I'm saying? The only person that can save you is how everybody should be able to shine. And he gave you certain ways in which you're supposed to be maneuvered through this life. So this walk has to be something that's very intimate for yourself. Get yourself together, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the message, really. That's the message that our forefathers had. Repentance. A message of repentance. Turn away from your ways. Sirach 6 and 14, a faithful friend is a strong defense. And he that found such as one have found a treasure. Brotherhood, man. This brotherhood is a treasure, bro. A faithful friend, bro, is a strong defense, man. Hey, at the end of the day, man, when all hell break loose, man, the brotherhood is on. The only thing we're gonna have to fall back on, how much outside, of course. You know what I'm saying? But this brotherhood that he gave us, man, you know, that's a treasure, man. And we got something these people ain't got in the world, man. You know, we got love amongst each other, man. You know, that's why brothers go from different. And then you treat it like they, like, bro, you met them on YouTube, bro.
Yeah,
Bro, you know what I'm saying? The hell of hospital, you know what I'm saying? Bro, you can't get that in the world, bro. You can't do that with niggas, man, in the world. Bro, that brother can come from literally out of town, leave all this shit, leave his money, everything right there, just be chilling. He don't really know us like, you know what I'm saying? Exactly, bro. You can't do that with niggas in the world, man. That shit gonna come missing. You know what I'm saying? All kind of shit, man. So this brotherhood is very special, man. You know?
And I guess the spirit taking time. When somebody come around and to discard that says a lot about that person, man. You also learn to be a great judge of character because of this word. Once you really learn this word, you can kind of feel the person out and be, oh, this person is spiritual. A lot of times people look at us crazy because we'll converse with somebody when they come up and we'll tell them to beat it. And they're like, oh, what? You're talking about a bunch of men that know can tell the difference between somebody that operates spiritually and don't.
Yes, exactly.
You know?
That's right.
And one thing I was thinking about the other day, you talking about if you're in a company of, like, it's a privilege being here in Dallas, being around these brothers. You're around some of the men that helped create the earth. You understand? How good?
Can you let this man speak first?
Hold on.
Yeah.
So you're around brothers that were with the Most High and they help the earth. That's a really big privilege. You don't know who you're around, who you're speaking to, and to walk disorderly around brethren, around these. It says a lot about a person when they're at spiritual. Man. This is something you have to take very seriously. What's up, man? You been drinking a little bit? Good. You want to do it? Yeah. Okay, cool. You got
And I got one just going in on what you said. Let's see where I want to start. This is John chapter 15. And I'll start at verse 26. But when the Comforter is come, whom I will send unto you from the Father, even the Spirit of truth, which proceedeth from the Father, he shall testify of me. And that's going into this knowledge, man. You know, we have the truth, man, which represents Yahushua, man. Verse 27, and ye also shall bear witness because ye have been with me from the beginning. You know, so just like the brother just said, man, some of these men that get scoffed upon, you know what I'm saying, come up, you know, take them dresses off, go get a job, all kind of things that people want to say to these men, that not knowing, you know, that they do evil, because those are the very angels that were with in the beginning with Yahushua creating everything, man. You know.
That's a grave offense.
Yup.
You think the Most High is turning the blind out of that?
Right.
A lot of people don't know that they're marking themselves with their conduct, man.
Right.
That's why, like brother made a video about it. Even this woman was scoffing on it, bro. How the Lord, you know what I'm saying? How the Lord had us see an apparition, man. Right. You know, even with us, bro. When brother may be with that woman, they want to stop. I keep on playing, man. Lord gonna do something, man. Then they bloop, hit they toe. Oh. Then look at you. I told your ass. Didn't I tell you?
That's right. That's right. A lot of it, man, that's the spirit, man. I was thinking about that when I came up, man. You know, a lot of these women, bro, that even know about the truth, man, they don't see the value of the man of the Lord, especially us out here that's toiling on these highways and ways. Right. You know, you got a lot of women that want to talk crap about us, but without us toiling, the apostles, elders on down, toiling for years out here in the street, this truth wouldn't be out here. Here you come pick up the truth and you go try to dissect what we saying right and wrong. Like, you just got it like that, man. A lot of these women, man, that so-called in the truth, man, you don't value a man because Western culture has taught you that. Western culture has taught you to be very, very contrary, very disrespectful in subtle ways. A lot of you women are very disrespectful, bro, towards the man of the Lord. And a lot of these women will get jacked up, bro.
A lot of them. Elder Gabal always says this. He says women are accessories to power. That's it. Right? Esau's in power, so naturally, you know, they gravitate towards his thought process, his way. But the scriptures also say God can pick up your women, there's our power. So as these calamities start happening, and as the Lord starts equipping us with more gifts, they gonna get it together. But a small portion of them don't get it together. The majority of them, we know what their end is gonna be, man.
Mark 9 and 42, it says, and whosoever shall offend one of these little ones that believe in me, it is better for him that a millstone hanged about his neck, and he will cast it to the sea, and then he can go for she too, man.
Right.
You know, offending a man of the Lord, man. A man that you with, man. You know, hey, bro, you hey, man, you don't want to do that, man. They said it was better for you to tie a millstone around your neck and throw it in and drown, man. You know, the deepest part of the sea, man. Drown on with that, man. I wish I said that's better than what's gonna happen to you, man. You know.
Real quick, Genesis 3:16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule thee. Now, if you have NLT, if it means, go ahead,
Genesis 3 and 16 in the NLT, it says, then he said to the woman, I will sharpen the pain of your pregnancy, and in pain you will give birth, and you will desire to control your husband, and he will rule over you.
That's right. You women, man, you in all aspects, you try to control your husband. And a lot of you women, you find out about this truth, and you find different ways or different things, different aspects of the truth that you don't agree with, and you attack it. You know, so one woman out there, she called herself a so-called prophetess. All she do is talk about how these women out here are oppressed and suppressed, and this and that. And your man ain't ruled up. You're getting into a man business or another woman affairs business, man. Being a damn busybody, bro. Not listening to your man. Then you call yourself a prophetess. You didn't even got a man. But yeah, you want to tell somebody how to rule that household. A lot of you women that know about the truth are out of order, bro. And in subtle ways, I'm saying again, you show disrespect unto your man. Little pet demonic shit.
Not understanding that your man is your covering. And he's gonna be the hiding place from the wind. You disrespecting the very person that the Lord is gonna use to protect you. That's madness.
And until these women see us as their salvation, they're not going to treat us with the utmost respect. They're not going to treat us with the utmost respect because they don't see us as their salvation. They see their job as their salvation. You know what I'm saying? The government. But real soon, a lot of these women going to have to make it. Hey, we going to have the picking in that day, bro.
Yeah, right.
Hey, you seen in Atlanta, 911 shut down? We've been saying that for years.
Hey,
Don't do this.
the shut down in Austin. Austin is the capital down here in Texas. That's the capital.
Damn.
So they really, the whole defund the police thing, they did that in Austin. So now what do you have, man? You got more and more militant groups springing up.
Yep. This is Ephesians 5 and 20. Started 21. 22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. All right, because he's just like Hawashah is the intercessor for the Lord for us. The man is the intercessor for his woman. Okay, and then being he shall reign over you like your brother reign. That doesn't mean we're being a tyrant. If you got a man in the Lord, he gonna rule in righteousness. It's gonna make you a better woman because you have that accountability there. You're being guided by the Spirit. Continuing on, for the husband is the head of the wife, even as the Mashiach is the head of the church, and he is the Savior of the body. That order trickles down. So the same way we look at Yahushua, the woman should be looking at her man that way. You know?
In that order, can you hold that? And that order is in what's it, 1 Corinthians? Paul goes that order, Yahushua, the man, the woman, then the child, man. And when you go back up the opposite way, that you can't go around your man. Just like we can't go around Yahushua to get to the Most High power, man. You got to go through the order, man. And the Most High says, let everything or let all things be done indecently in order, man. You know what I'm saying? Can you jump down in that Ephesians to what's it, the reverence? I think like around 31.
It's the last one.
Okay, kind of cover.
It's Ephesians 5:33. Nevertheless, let every one of you in particular so love his wife even as himself.
And that love means to entertain, you know. Hey, you got to make the man want to entertain you, man. You know, if he ain't feeling you, you know what I'm saying, then you need to check you, you know.
And how do you entertain your man? You become his helpmate,
right?
His pillow of rest. Yeah. What do you need? How do I aid and abet you?
Yeah, not a fucking roommate.
Right.
You wouldn't be like a damn roommate.
I got brothers. I got brothers. If I wanted to be another somebody that's trying to be. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
This shit.
Right.
Trying to spit this shit, man. Nobody want to be around that shit, man. Right. So some femininity, bro.
There it is. That masculine spirit.
That shit wicked, bro. Right. You do that with me, got that shit bad. You wonder why you by your fucking self?
By yourself. The most undateable woman they say.
Yeah, you wonder why the majority of you are single. Now you say don't blame on black man. You say you ready to bring go to the white man. Go to the Latino. Don't know why they want your ass for a reason.
They'll bust one on you.
That's it.
They ain't trying to keep you.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. That's your ass down. He can play catch and number with you.
But the Judite woman, she takes that as, oh, I got all these women. She don't realize that's not what makes you valuable. What man wants to keep you?
Well, there's been a lot of our women are on the ground. They perpetuate this whoredom as women empowerment, twerking, things of that nature. I actually seen a TED talk. Back in the day, a TED talk was like it was separate from YouTube, and it was like a website that had inspirational speakers that speak about different technological advancements, engineers, things of that nature. But now who they have on there? They have what's that big girl name? Lizzo, talking about the empowerment of twerking. You know what I'm saying?
This place is going down.
It's just going down the drain because they're perpetuating water, and to put your value on your sexuality is something that's very childish. That's something that a teenager does.
Base level.
Oh, you think I'm pretty? Get giggling and shit. Oh man, you supposed to add on in a relationship. Man, they supposed to gawk over you because you have a vagina, bro.
That's so damn stupid. Look, man, a woman, you're supposed to be brought up to have value to the home. The same way we have value to the brotherhood. You're the first teacher of children. You know what I mean? A woman around the house, she's supposed to know about, different herbs and things like that. So if one of the kids gets sick, she can help out the kids. And she's supposed to be an extension of the man.
All these women know how to do TBS.
They dependent, and they drugged up. Most of the Israelite women, they own some kind of birth control. They own some kind of medication. And those things come with spirits. So they're not even in their right mind all the way. On top of being a weaker vessel, they're under attack by all this other bullshit.
That's right. That's why a lot of you women, when that day comes, you're going to be in a very, very poor predicament. That's why it says in Isaiah, 32, right? You women that are at ease. You got it right there. Go ahead. Finish that. No, I'm sorry. I know you good, brother.
I'll read this one more time. Ephesians 5:33, again from the top. Nevertheless, let every one of you in particular so love his wife even as himself. And the wife, see that she reverence her husband.
There it is, man. Reverence. And that word reverence literally means fear him. It means to fear, We're supposed to, just like we reverence Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, they fear there, man. Which the majority of these people don't have because they don't really truly know who he is and what he's about and how he gets down, man. He's not a power to play with. He's a power to be feared, man. So that literally, it ain't like the boogeyman type thing, where you gotta fear him like, you have to be dodging, like we gonna whoop you, beat you down or something, But like almost kind of like a daughter with her father, man. You know what I'm saying? She wants to please him.
I can explain it with this precept right here. Okay, this is I'll start at this verse 24. This is 17:24. It says, "But unto them that repent, he granted them return and comforted those that fell in patience. Return unto the Lord, and forsake thy sins, make thy prayer from his face, and offend less. So the woman, you don't want to offend. The same way we don't want to offend our Lord.
Right.
So we have that fear where we're like, I don't want to trespass against my Lord. So I'm not going to trespass with brothers. I'm going to walk uprightly. The woman should be like, I'm going to walk uprightly towards my husband because I don't want to offend. I want to offend less. But our women, they go out their way to offend us. God damn, it's the total opposite of what it's supposed to be.
You want that Isaiah 32? You want me to start up where it goes into the hiding place? This is Isaiah, and the brother brought this out, mentioned this earlier. Isaiah 32:2. And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind.
That's right. What is that wind symbolic of? That wind is symbolic of turmoil. You see what I'm saying? Say for instance, there's a hurricane that's going on, it would be smart for you to be indoors. Not only indoors, but a place that's highly fortified. Right? Why? So you can get protection. Like even a tornado, a high wind. What do they tell you to do? Well, you want to get into an area that's confined, like a bathtub. They really don't have basements down here in Texas, but in Oklahoma, they have basements that you go to because they always get hit by tornadoes. You know what I'm saying? So you would go to a place, you know what I'm saying, that's fortified, that are protected from the wind. Well, symbolically speaking, these men here that you see before you, they're going to be a wind unto you. I mean, a strong tower unto you. Yeah. And what is a strong tower? A strong tower was an area that you will the people of the city will run to when the city is
Under attack.
right. When it's under attack. You would go there, like say for instance, like the last episode of Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, I was just talking about that.
Right, when all of them was
place for the women and children
that
to go.
was strong town. That was to be considered as a strong town.
Whenever a city was under attack, they had the underground tunnels and rooms. They were fortified so that the women and children were safe.
That's right.
All the fighting was taking place.
That's right.
And that's what the men of the Lord are going to be in the time of calamity. And for a woman, just like I said earlier, for you to be unbrotherly around men that may have been some of those men that were helping bring the earth, is the same dynamic of a woman. You're being unrighteous towards the man that could be a hiding place for you and for your own protection. It's silly. It's a suicidal act. Really, that sounds extreme, but really that's what it is.
Back in Isaiah 32, I read it again. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land.
That's right. I want to be your mother, your father, baby. I want to be your everything, baby. That's gonna be us. Your everything. I know I'm being facetious.
Yeah, but the dynamic is the same. The same way we look to the Lord for everything, we're dependent upon Him. We're not independent of Him. We're dependent upon Him. Right. The woman is supposed to be dependent upon her man. But you know, I thought about this the other day. I'm imagining that the Lord allowed, this vexation to be unto us, our women being so out of order, so we can see what it's like, how He feels. Look at us, just being off and out of order all this time. Yep. He's like, you know what? Y'all about to see how I feel when I go.
Yep. We're under grace right now. The Lord side is dealing with it under the circumstances. You know what I mean?
Right.
Damn, man, we saw it here,
Hey, that make you want to humble down and be like, and that's how we're supposed to be. I mean, they're not this weird at all. They think they shit don't stink.
Yeah.
And they do. The scripture says your stuff will stink.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
And if you think about it from the standpoint and perspective of that river's in a dry place, and that great rock in a weary land. If you're in the desert, you know, walking in that sun beating you in that sand, hot as hell, and you thirsty and hot, you know, and you see some water or you see a big rock that's casting off some shade, that's gonna mean so much to you in that time, man. So you know what I'm saying? You're gonna cherish it, bro. It's gonna be a cherishable thing, and that's what the Lord is likening his men unto. And we read in Isaiah the 13th chapter, he says he's gonna make a man more precious than fine gold, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is what the Lord is trying to get you women to understand, man. You know what I'm saying? So let me continue. I want to get to. Oh, go ahead.
The only women that's gonna survive is the women that get that through their heads.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
A lot of women, you ain't gonna get it through your head until you get your foot up your ass. Right?
Hey, brothers, expect to get a lot of phone calls too. Callbacks. Hey, I can't believe you still got the same number.
Right.
The same stranger.
No. Man. Yeah.
It's coming, bro.
It's coming. You know, they gonna feel it, brother. So I'm gonna get the one you wanted. Now I'm gonna drop down Isaiah 32 and verse 9. And it reads, "Rise up, ye women that are AIDS."
Hey, Malaki, was it more on that?
I can keep going.
Yeah, I mean, let's just flow.
Come. Let's keep going there. Come. Isaiah 32 and 3. "The eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken."
Hey, man, because the Most High really has given us that eye salve, like it talks about, bro. We're about to see the devices of Satan, right? And so we're down to where brothers are trying things out, and it's starting to manifest, right? So we know that spiritual powers are kind of cool. Most High is saying certain things, and I mean, we're saying certain things in the spirit of Yahweh by Shimon Shah, and it's happening. Hey, truthfully, what prophecy right here? Even if you woke up 2 years ago and you've been saying that certain events are going to happen, that's powerful, bro. 6 months ago, that's powerful. You see?
And the Lord put the Spirit on his men to go into great detail about it. Not just to make a broad statement, but to go into great detail using the word. That's an unbelievable thing, man. That's far out. And what's really getting ready, it's about to be something. It's about to level up on a whole different level. The book of Acts is about to pretty much play over again at a higher level.
Yep. During the book of Acts, there was actual famines that were going on. That's why the whole situation with Ananias and Sapphira was so profound, because they weren't just gathering food, just to be gathering food. It was during it's at the tip of my tongue too. The king Caesar. There was a famine going on. So for Ananias and Sapphira to withhold certain profits, you know what I'm saying, that could help the church, that was something that was very, very, very grievous to the spirit. You see what I'm saying? But I'm saying all that to tell you this, a lot of you people out there, you're not going to have that covering, man. And because, think about it, there was a lot of, there was families that they could tell the Great Collapse, which was 70 AD. That was when Judah was disbanding. You know what I'm saying? So we come to that time where it's going to be a lot of social ups and downs, man. We've seen that happening, playing out. A lot of people lost their jobs last year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, grinding season. That's right before our eyes. But we're out here telling you what's happening. We're diagnosing what's going on by these scriptures. And telling you, this is going on because ultimately prophecy is happening. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's very profound when you think about it. Can you read that piece one more time?
Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 3. "And the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken."
That's right. Hey, so we have the understanding. Conversely, people in the world don't. Like it says in Isaiah 69, it says the exact opposite thing. What does he say? He says, give them dull and hearing, loosely paraphrasing,
but eyes they cannot see. So the masses of people, they can't see, they can't hear what's going on.
So the people that you think are valuable are not going to be valuable at all in that day.
Right.
That's what the Lord is going to be doing by making the last verse the first last. And it's going to happen abruptly, man, because everybody's going to be seeking, wise words from a man of the Lord. Some people just don't want to. Just let me. I know from what you all been saying. Some people will be looking for the man of the Lord, because they've been incentivized by the wicked. The men of the Lord will have bounties on their heads, but to combat all that, the Lord's going to equip the brothers with something very special for protection. And that's getting ready to happen. It's going to take place in many different forms. Right, going into prophecy, spiritual power, all these different things, people are going to know that the Lord is dealing with these men. They're dealing with their
The scriptures say that there's going to be a crying for wine in the streets, man. You know what I'm saying? So right now, what is truth is they don't see it as valuable. In that day soon, which we're in that day, so soon to come, they're going to see this knowledge, this truth that we've been trying to tell them, teach them, bring out to them, and it's going to become very valuable to them. But then they're not going to be able these men. We're going to take these men off the streets, man. We ain't going to be out here forever, man. You know what I'm saying? It's coming and it's close. It's close. It's here. The beginning of the sorrow, like you're talking about, with mass beginning of sorrow, right? In the midst of the point of Jacob's trouble, we're to the point now where it's going to pop up in the morning. These shortages are going to These shortages aren't going anywhere.
And what's crazy in the midst of all of this, people are still walking after their own lusts. Still trying to have time. It's like, you don't see what's going on. It's like, how can you still be in that power ass spirit and all that stuff going on? What are you thinking about? That Friday movie smoking, so you walking down the street all day playing. Exactly. Keep on there playing the street. That's wrong with you. You play something. That's right. Said he had a good he ain't playing. He ain't playing. What of them person good to play like that? That was more something to have. Bro, the most I would mess you up, man. We had to tell our people the reality of the Most High. For years, you've been hearing that God is love. He wants the best. Look, man, the Most High will tear you up. You don't listen to anything. We're talking about the side.
I'm talking about on the intimate level. Just everything going wrong. Forget the debit card at the crib, gotta turn around. And you look the hell up, you ain't got no gas. Yeah, have a wreck. Yeah, did get into where it hurt. Did get to the house. Hey, he played keeps. The most I play for keeps. He'll kill you, bro. He say he's gonna melt you, man. The scriptures say the most I say he gonna melt you, man.
What's up, bro?
This ain't no game, bro.
There's gonna be people that's left here and they're gonna taste of those missiles, man.
Right.
America's gonna be burned with thermonuclear fire. That's prophesied in the Bible.
Yep.
How you escape that?
Yeah.
We're trying to tell you people, but y'all just want to play around. Y'all just want to feel good. Y'all focus on the gratification of y'all flesh, man.
Right.
And that's gonna be undone.
Malachi 3 and 13, your words have been stout against me, said the Lord. Yet ye say, what have we spoken so much against thee? Ye have said it is vain to serve the Most High, and what profit is it that we should keep his ordinance, and that we have walked mournfully before the Lord of hosts. You see, people they don't think there's no profit in serving the Lord, man. But they don't see that profit pay up that day, man. Yeah. Okay, because he's gonna make his man more precious than fine gold. That place of water, all that, boy, that's salvation, man. Okay, you gonna see that like the scripture say, laying up our treasures in heaven, man. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of your time, of our time, man. Knowing what's happening and why it's happening, and doing this work, we're gonna be protected, man. Go ahead, speak.
The wisdom of Solomon in the 5th chapter. That's that I told you so chapter. But hey, yeah, let me get it real quick, because this is the dilemma that y'all gonna go through when y'all realize, damn, I should have listened. You know? You go to
too late for a lot of you people.
yeah, man.
lot of these people gonna be running, looking for us. And it's gonna be too late, dog. Just like Noah. Ain't Noah had a family. He had other family besides his son.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, bro, they.
No.
Nah, I was making that point, man.
1 Thessalonians 5:1. But of times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourself know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then suddenly destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
They will not escape, man. You can't escape the judgment of the Most High. If you haven't been seeking righteousness, seeking meekness, so that you can be hidden the day of the Lord's anger, your ass is grass, man. If you've been scoffing, that's what the Lord is bringing out. If you're in cahoots with this kingdom and you're not signing crime for the abominations, man, screw you.
Hey, and the Most High reveals everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Brothers out there, man, you got beef, plagues, something on your chest about a brother, you murmuring, bro. Stop, bro.
It's a suicidal act.
Make that shit right, bro. Make that shit right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Even if you got to be in the council and you get yourself and it's uncomfortable, bro. Make that shit right, bro. But what you don't want to do is be murmuring and stuff like that and get judged, bro. Because you know that's no good, bro. So just think, man. You know
why would you put salvation like that? We're called to be men in this thing. Okay? So if there's a problem, like the brother said, you conduct yourself as a man. You don't murmur like a woman does. That's some silly ass shit.
A lot of times people do that because they have their hidden agenda, bro.
Their heart's not in the right place.
Yeah, they trying to, you gotta be careful with this shit, bro.
That nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
What are you thinking about?
You gotta kill that shit immediately, man. Don't get played to that shit, man. I say you'll find yourself, you know what I'm saying, in your ass murdering.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every time you just got a problem with the brother. You know? He's speaking, you gotta smack your lips. You know what I'm saying? You gotta cut that shit. Don't give the same room, bro. Yeah. And sometimes you wanna hold it in, but it gets to the point where you just, if it get on that level, bro, where you just like, okay, you might need to talk to that brother, bro. You know what I'm saying? Before you get around other brothers get the murmuring. That's when it start getting toxic. And then a little brother go tell the brother that you was talking down, and then now y'all both got attitude towards each other. I heard. On some petty shit, bro.
Close, man.
You know, but, I mean, demons gonna jump on people. Demons gonna, you know what I'm saying? Shit gonna happen, bro. Shit happens like this, man.
Like, just pray that the Lord don't be taking the spirit and He has you in the right mind, and that He's using you as a vessel for edification. Okay? Because we like it's too late for all that, man. Light years beyond that. It's time to you guys see the movie 300 when they would have to brace together, they all bring their shields together, they would have to brace for impact. We have to brace for impact right now. We can't be in fight. It's gonna happen, it's gonna be instances of it because that's how the Lord has it set up. But right now, man, make sure you're in the right spirit, make sure that you're praying to the Lord and you keep the spirit on you, man, so that you're in your right mind.
Right. Take that rebuke, bro.
Somebody has something else? Okay, this is the Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. It says, then shall the righteous man take great boldness, for the face is such as have afflicted him. And that's what's taking place in these times.
You read that precept earlier about
who should stand up against evildoers. Right. And make account of his labors. And they don't make account of our labors. You went into earlier how, hey, our women, they look at this and just like, oh, well, okay. This is a big deal.
Yeah,
I tell my evil, hey, I'm going out here for our protection. And hope that the Lord protects us because I'm doing what He's asked me to do.
Yeah, they look at it like
This is the most I do all week. You know what I mean?
straight up, bro.
Yeah. Verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and they shall be amazed at the strangeness of His salvation. Because that's what we're all striving for, salvation. And those that were contrary to this word, they're going to have their own shit moment when everything pops off, man. So far, God all that they look for, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit to say within themselves, this is he whom we sometimes had in derision and a proverb of reproach. And that's how they look at it. They talk down about us. They look at us like worthless. Like, who are these niggas? Who is this guy?
Hey, that's a whole community of people that look at us like that, like we're crazy.
Yeah. Hey, when if I was in the world and some dudes talking about spaceships, you can see, if you're not getting ourselves, you're not gonna see it.
Yeah. Hey, that's crazy. The salvation gonna come in.
Yeah.
Spiritual powers, angelic, the Most High, intervening.
Yeah.
Sending an angel down. That's gonna then ultimately that beam up, man.
Yeah. That's the cherry on top. Verse 4. We fools accounted his life madness.
Hey, and that's gonna be the thought of Revelation. What is that? It said then their enemies they were piled up, and then their enemies beheld them. That's what people gonna be thinking. Yeah. Right there, that's gonna be going through your head. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna be wanting to die because you caught all this hell. You're gonna be wanting to be caught up. You're gonna be sorry. You're gonna be going through all these different emotions, man. Simultaneously, realizing that you chose the wrong, and he goes into it. I ain't gonna speak. Accounting his life madness, and his end to be without honor. In all actuality, this is the most honorable occupation that you can have. How is he numbered among the children of God, and his lot is among the saints?
Yeah, they thinking all that while you get beaten up.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Therefore,
those are the same people that was making fun of us. Right? Hey, think about the Sinaitic community.
Oh, they done.
All they do is try to dissect what we believe in. They come up with these old arguments that really has nothing to do with our doctrine. You know what I'm saying? They basically arguments on Christianity.
And this is what bothers me. How do we get delivered out of what's coming? They don't talk about this. What the fuck are y'all talking about?
We need a way.
Nigga, how do we get delivered out of destruction? How do we get delivered out of America being destroyed?
You got a ponytail on the side of this.
How do we step into our kingdom? You know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about, man? Small, hey man, y'all small potatoes. Small potatoes, man.
Baby oil with a bald head.
Big ass braid on top of your head.
Oh,
what's the name on the motor pop back?
Goro.
Yeah, go dumbass. God damn. All right. Verse 6. Therefore have we erred from the way of truth. This is what they're gonna realize.
The truth is being unfolded, man. You know what I'm saying? It's being made manifest throughout the earth. What we're doing here is impacting the whole world to where you have celebrities considering what we're saying, believing what we're saying.
Yeah.
So the conscious community is being dead. It being become dead and obsolete because it doesn't give a concrete answer on the problem.
Straightforward. This is what it is.
Because the problem that we see is a spiritual problem. It is manifest into the spirit. Yeah. I mean, the physical.
Yeah. That's how it started.
Yeah,
as a spirit first.
Yeah.
It's manifest physical.
That's right. It says in the scriptures, in Job 9 and 24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. The Most High set him up. It also says in Proverbs 16 and 4 that the Most High even utilize the wicked for a day of evil.
He prayed all himself, even the wicked, for the day of evil. Yeah, yeah.
So now it's being made manifest what evil is and what righteousness is. It's a concrete answer. See, the scripture. See, when you dive into the conscious community, it's all about subjectism. There's a whole different type of other religions embedded in one. There's no concrete answer.
It's full butts. You know what I mean? But the concrete answer is specifically is in regards to what? To our people. Why are we in this situation? How do we get out of this situation? How are we supposed to conduct ourselves? It's straightforward. With all that, you basically, with the Egyptology, with you watered down Israelite, you basically be the same nigga you was in the world with an Israelite twist or Kemet twist.
Yeah, with a Kemet strip. You got niggas talking about Mayat with a goddamn steel reserve in his hand, bro. Come on now. Mayat didn't tell you which Mayat was a guy of righteousness and equity. Mayat didn't tell you that you don't need to be drinking that shit, bro? Come on now. And then what is the answer? You saying that Christianity stole from Egyptology, but what book do you have to expound on what the hell is going on?
Right.
But then when you listen to Egyptology, they ain't talking about nothing but freaky shit. Hey brothers, look at Forrest and Seth and lettuce. That's all I'm gonna say, bro.
Oh, no, look it up right now.
No, we ain't gotta do that. That's on some extra. That's on some on some gay shit, bro. Bro, most like what? Like you believe that? Then you got the I forget the name. I think believe Rob. He busting nuts in the universe and creating the whole universe.
Yeah, I remember.
He busting the fat one in the universe. Why the big old guy just?
Why was that the? That's some sodomite. That's some sodomite.
Let me tell you about the world. You explain that to your son. Yeah. God, what? Come on, man.
Come on, bro. What we talking about?
Let's get thinking these dicks. Then Jake saw that and was like, oh my God.
That's what our people been doing forever. They hear some bullshit and then they actually go believe it.
Hey, when it says, when Moses went up to the mountain and the children of Israel said, come, let us play. And we do research on that. They actually got like naked. They started like they had to like get down, man. But that was those Canaanite gods.
Oh my, he wanted to.
So when the Canaanites here, what you doing? Hey man, this killed me. You know, we in the middle of nowhere. Ain't we dying?
Yeah.
You know?
Hey. Hey man, we gonna get. Hey, you know this dope. We gonna get to see all. We gonna get to play it all back.
Man, this has been a traumatic, freaky experience.
This, you know, it's the greatest story ever told. Though.
It's wow. It's just we gotta. It's time for the end.
Yeah, it's time for the end of this movie though.
Yeah,
it's
time to wrap.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh
my God.
Hey, that's the spirit we're supposed to be in. You go to Ezekiel 9th chapter, those that receive that mark of exemption, they're going to be doing what? They're going to be sighing and crying. But let me just read it, man. Let me finish this wisdom of Solomon first. Okay. Verse 6. Therefore have we erred, this wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, 6th verse. Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness hath not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness. They're going to come to this realization, man. They're going to come to the realization that, damn, maybe I should have been focused on buying to put on my head.
Right.
Maybe I shouldn't have been chasing these damn ignorant-ass women. Maybe I shouldn't have been, smoking every day. Focused on that. Focused on getting high all the time. You know what I mean? Maybe I shouldn't have dedicated my life to it. Because when you give something precedence over the Most High, what does it become? It becomes a God. There's many gods that these people worship, but they don't worship the one true God. You see? Continuing on. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Because, hey, that's what wickedness leads to. Death and destruction. Yeah, we have erred and gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it. But it was right in front of your face. The Lord said, thine eyes shall see thy teachers. You had no idea. It's right in your face. So is the Lord unrighteous when he melts you people? When he leaves you, when he allows you to be thrown into prison? When he allows you to be given into our enemy's hands, is he unrighteous? When he's giving you chance after chance after chance? And your blood's going to be upon your own.
This is Ezekiel chapter 9 and verse 4. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem.
Jerusalem, always remember, it's a people or it's a place. Right now, here in Babylon, Jerusalem, once again, is about to be under siege. Go ahead, brother.
And set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst of.
That mark goes back to a mark of exemption, not the same mark in Revelation 13, 16. All right? So a mark of exemption. Yeah. Exemption from judgment, and that's what we seek. We seek to receive salvation. Okay? But it said they will be doing what?
It says, set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Now, why is that important? Why should you be sighing and crying for the wickedness that's going around you? Because when you truly begin to love the Most High, keep His ways and walk uprightly, to love righteousness is to hate wickedness. There's no in between. There's no gray area. Somebody who sees all this wickedness and it doesn't rub them the wrong way, like your brother over there said, they're part of the problem. Okay? So you should be sighing and crying. You should be in the same spirit that Lot was in Sodom and Gomorrah. He represented the elect in that scenario. But that just man dwelling among them, he was vexed from day to day with the filthy conversation of the weak. That's the same spirit you should be. We've been shown the way. We've been shown the mind state we're supposed to be in, the conduct we're supposed to have, how we ought to walk and speak and deal with our brothers. All this here written. But you people, like we read in Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, you wearied yourselves in a way of wickedness.
I can keep going. Yes.
As well.
Verse 5, Ezekiel 9 and 5. And to the others, he said in mine hearing, go ye after him and smite.
Because you go to the top of that chapter, the Lord gave angels certain tasks in this scenario. He had destroying angels, okay, and he had an angel that had the equal to set the mark. He said, okay, this is who, gonna be delivered. Don't touch these people. These people, they're fair game. Do your worst. Okay, go ahead.
It says, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
So, as it's prophesied, 2/3 of our people, they're going to be cut out, man. And it doesn't matter, whether you're an old man, old woman, or a child. It's going to go into it. You're about to see this is the actual God of the Bible. This is how He gets down. If this doesn't strike fear in you, well, that's another problem. Because if you don't have any fear for the Lord, you damn sure can't have any wisdom. Because the fear is the beginning of wisdom. All right, go ahead, brother.
It's like the brother said, man, Al-Shadia, terrible demon-like power. Does that sound like anything you want to mess with, man? You know what I'm saying? A demon-like power sounds like something to fear, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to mess with that,
But you people do what you want to do.
Right.
But what you're really doing, you're spitting in the Most High space. When y'all look down and talk upon the men and tell you to hate and repent, this is how you get delivered. And y'all talk bad about us, you spitting in the Most High space. You think He gonna turn a blind out of that? You think it's gonna slide?
Proverbs 17 and 11. An evil man seeketh only rebellion, therefore a cruel messenger shall be sent against him. What is that cruel messenger? A spirit of rebellion. Angel, man. The Lord gonna have you, hey man, these angels gonna be out here getting busy, man. The spirits that He created, they tell you that in Psalm 39. He said they waiting on earth greater than please the Most High. They waiting for them orders, man.
They in that spirit like David's man was. When that Benjamite came and was cursing David out, and they was ready to let me take his head. They in that spirit, man. You people don't think it's a game, Smokey. It's not a game, man.
They don't believe the Lord, they don't believe the Lord.
Get down like that because it's been pounded in their head. God is all love. That's not true. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. The scripture said it.
Wound and heal.
Yeah.
That's balance.
That's balance. So a little Smokey or Ray gets shot up, and something happened. Who had to okay that first? People that really go over there. People read the book of Job like it ain't there.
Right.
Before Satan did anything, well, who did he have to ask for permission first? He had to ask the Most High first. He was given, okay, you can do this to him, but save his life. Don't touch his life. He was given instruction from the Most High. If anything happens, it has to be okay by the Most High. So when this judgment, these things start happening to our people, keep in mind who's really calling the shots.
The scripture saying, Amos, the 3rd chapter, when evil is done in the city, is it not the Lord that did it?
You know, what's 6?
You know? Yeah, kind of. 6, kind of. And as a matter of fact, in the book of Kings, I can't remember if it's 1st or 2nd, there was a council. You know, when he was still there.
Yeah.
You know, when he was going to send and it was a council, both left and right hand, man. Right. There it is. Con, man. So these things all have to be ordained by the Lord, man. You know, the Lord has to sign off on it. You know?
Job knew that. He said, "Shall we receive
good?" Lord, now you
That's right, brother.
That's a hard. You get it, matter of fact. I gotta get it. That's a hard precept. Okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying? Why you getting it?
Yeah.
Zechariah 7 and 11, one which you brought out. But they refused to hearken and put away the shoulder and stopped their ears that they should not hear. Going to what the brother had brought out, man, you got people that spit in the face of the Most High but not listening, bro. So they pulled the show. You know, you try to comfort somebody. You're like, hey man, you know, he got an attitude. He pulled his shoulder away from you, and they get off.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they do. That's what our people are doing. They storming off and shit.
Okay, this Job 2 and 10. All right, actually, we start at 9. No, 7. Just to get the whole point, right? Because the Lord allowed certain things to happen to Job. You know, he humbled Job. He brought Job low. You know, he blessed him with double. And most of the brothers, if they would have given their testimonies of their stories, there was a point in time where the Lord brought them really low. And they had to be humble first before they really came into this fullness of this understanding. All right? Job 2 and 7, it says, "So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord." He had to get permission. He had instruction, right? And smote Job with sore blows from the sole of his foot unto his crown. Think about that, having from the sole of your foot. It's hard to move. You just don't even want to move. Verse 8, "And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes." Yeah, man, on a different level.
Touch your body, bro. That's a different hell. You gotta get. That's part of a pot. Just to scratch your
boils and they full of pus and you bleeding.
Oh,
you know what I mean? That's a hard.
It's painful.
Like
yeah.
I'm like,
The kids,
all of them.
You're laying there, burnt down.
Everything.
And then
all your shit.
your trifling ass wife got the nerve to say some bullshit.
You still the truth.
Oh, that's it.
You know, she opened that door. You still here crying and shit. You know what I'm talking about.
Hey, on top of all the shit you're dealing with, here she go. Here she go with the bullshit. Hey, that's what he said, though. That's what he said. He said, "Then said his wife unto him, Dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse God and die."
Oh, good illustration.
Hey,
Yeah,
when the spirit dealing with you, it become real to you.
It's real, man. It's real, brother. You can do that in your everyday life, man. When it raises, it's like, can't nobody make you mad than that woman, bro.
You ever just look at us?
It's like, you don't know how I suffer this.
you know, you can't even find a word. You like, hey. But Job had the words. All right, he said, but he said unto her, "Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of God? And shall we not receive evil? And all this did not Job sin with his lips." The Lord is balanced, man.
He sin with his lips.
Yeah. Hey, the acceptable man are tried in the furnace of adversity. We're being battle hardened for the times to come. We don't And it's like, oh damn. Hey man, it's a part of my walk. Okay. It's something that obviously the Lord is allowing me to grow. It's something way to take form of fashion.
They make it like when you turn, you roll with a punch.
Yeah.
Make it, you can take it. You know what I'm saying? You think that it was already on there?
Yeah.
Right.
It's not as fervent.
Yeah.
The punch is not as fierce.
You know, because Job was complaining, man.
Yeah.
You read Job was like, God.
Ain't no way I'm going to like this.
All these people been doing all this wicked.
Right.
We ain't winning, man. Damn.
Even Joe partners was like, you sure you gotta be doing something.
Right.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way you get to that.
That big question, like, you believe?
You believe?
Damn. Hey, but he kept his integrity. You know what I'm saying?
That's a tough
He
call.
went through it. He got paid. You know, our dang on boss acting up.
He caught. Lord take every facet of his life. Fucked it up. Like, ain't no, like, it was, look, from odds, ain't no coming back. But the Lord restored it to him double.
Yeah, that's certain things, man. Yeah. That you take as you get older, you be like, man, it's gonna take me about 10 years to get out of this jam. You don't know how long that hell lasts on you. Right?
Yeah, it don't give you a time.
Specify.
Right.
That make you gotta pause. Like,
I read Job recently, like two weeks ago, man.
push it in
So,
perspective.
man. Yeah. So,
Sometimes you get in that headspace where you're like, man, doing shit I'm going through. You gotta think about it. Look, bro. It ain't that.
also, everybody's going through.
Yeah.
That's why I try to remind myself. Everybody's catching hell.
Yeah. Don't come and spill all going through this and that. We all going through it, but our balance is what? It's knowledge and wisdom, man. You understand? See, in the world, people got to turn to what? They turn to weed and all kinds of things, and women. Our balance is this. Like the brother said, he read Job 2 weeks ago. And I remember, brother, you said, man, he told me a couple weeks ago, he was like, man, hey, we're eating out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you told me that. You know? The brother said, hey, this is what keeps us balanced. You see? We'll read that verse once again. Job 2 and 10. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of God? And shall we not receive evil? And all that Job said with his lips. And then when you go to Philippians 4, because they use it in the world, I can do all things through Christ. They don't get the gist of what was being said, man. Let's go get it real quick. While the brother get the precepts. Philippians 4, and I'm going to start at 10. Philippians 4 and 10, it reads, but I rejoice in the Lord greatly that now at last your care of me has flourished again, wherein you were also careful, but you lacked opportunity. Verse 11, not that I speak in respect of one. I got you. Not that I speak in respect of one, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content.
That means when you up, you know what I'm saying? Just talk about that in Sirach. When you had money, remember the days that you were poor.
Yeah.
When you were poor, remember the days that you had money.
Yeah.
So you're constantly learning in whatever climate that you're in, the spiritual climate that you're in.
Yeah. Verse 12. I know both how to be abased, brought low, and how to be abound, to be up. Everywhere and in all things, I have instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to subdue. And that's the sign of a king.
Like it says in Psalm the 2nd chapter. Now be instructed, O ye kings of the earth. You know, that's how you become a king, man.
That's the attribute of a king.
Right,
man.
right.
To know how to be abased and abound, to be completely composed and locked in, regardless of what's taken. He's not affected around the outside circumstances. He walks uprightly and makes the right judgment calls, regardless of whatever state that he's in. Even all the folklore tales, there's always a common theme. They will put people to trial. The Spartans, they would send the young boys through certain adversities, so they understood what it was to be brought low, to be in the tight spot. how to have a level head and operate how they should. The Lord is doing the same thing for us spiritually on this side. He puts us through different tests. He takes certain things from us. He brings certain people in our life to teach us a lesson. Then he boots them out.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He gives us examples of all these different things that we need to be equipped with in order to pass our tests. Our study guide right now is the light trials that the Lord is bringing upon us.
That's right. I got one just to go with that, and how the Khan mentioned, we all going through things, man. You know what I'm saying? So don't think that when you do go through something, it's just you or you're some special circumstances just on you. This is 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 12, and it reads, "Beloved, think it not strange the fiery trial which is to try you."
I guarantee somebody that's in his truth went through something similar that you're going through, or going through something that you've been through.
Sometimes the Lord will put you through something so that you experience it and learn how to navigate it. So another brother, when he goes through a similar situation, that brother can be instructed and given counsel. Sometimes you go through things to build somebody else up.
I'll start back at the top. 1 Peter 4 and 12. Beloved, think it not strange the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you.
Don't think it's nothing strange, these things are gonna happen to you. Walking in this truth, man. Yeah, man. You're gonna go through things, bro. You're gonna take pains in the truth, bro. Remember where you at. That's one thing I like to say to myself, bro. Remember where you at. Remember that you are in hell. You're gonna catch hell. So everything is testified. You know what I'm saying? You be at work and something happens, you be sometimes if you just deal with it, it's not even that bad. You know what I'm saying? You're so used to catching so much hell, just like one little thing set you off instead of just dealing with it. A lot of times it's not even that bad. It could be a bill, you behind it. If you just calm the people that you ducking and dodging and talk to them, it might not even be that bad.
It might be able to work with you.
Yeah, but if you could classify everything and you start going down respond, you know what I'm saying? Catch yourself tripping, you know what I'm saying? Watch stuff you don't need to watch, drinking what you need to drink, you know what I'm saying? Tripping.
I think about this all the time. You mentioned you dunking the bill collectors and all that. Think if you were given the kingdom and you had to deal with people that you owe money and you could just duck responsibilities.
That would cause a war.
That would cause a war. It will affect the people in your kingdom. People will lose their lives because you not having accountability. This book is all about accountability.
King David.
Yeah.
And with King David, he numbered the people. The Most High gave him ultimately, you can do this, or you know what I'm saying, they can die like this. How you want them to die? Hey,
judgment gonna happen.
It's gonna happen, bro. So hey man, say man, deal with things to the best of your ability. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say it said to you that I just got it like that because I'd be a lie. You know what I'm saying? I'd be a lie. But hey, we all out here trying. Yep.
Yeah, man, you gotta lean with knowledge and wisdom. And walk in this conduct. If you walking in that righteous conduct, man, all the chips will fall into place.
Add some more tests and you feel. Sometimes most times we do that same test because you keep failing it. He wants you to pass it. Some attributes that he wants you to have. You know what I'm saying? So there's seasons to where you're gonna get your ass kicked. It might take a couple years. You know what I'm saying? For you to find that stride, for you to find that attribute that the most time wants you to have. But talking about that series at the same time, constantly. It's part of going through that street game.
Yeah, you just wanted that gold, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the scriptures say that gold is put through the fire, because it has to be purified, man. All those impurities have to be taken out, man. You know, exactly, that dross, man. You know what I'm saying? And we all, like you know, what we've been going into, we've all went through that, man. Like the brother said, that, you know, the Lord really to the pit, you know, the bottom of the pit, to build you back up, man. You know, we gotta get Babylon. We had to get Babylon purged out of us, man. You know, we would come to a place at one point just like 2/3 of our people, man. You know, the Lord put all of us to sleep. Jeremiah 17:4, man. We all were discontinued from our heritage at one point, but the Lord had the Lord had a chosen few that He was going to bring back to return in these latter times, man, for salvation.
And chosen few, they had to catch hell to sing outside, called hell. The servant is not above his Lord. Okay, so that's something that's part of the cost that you count when you step into this walk. Anybody have anything?
I just make this point real quick, just because, you know, the brother said that, you know, this book is all about accountability, man. You know, even the very words you speak. Matthew 12:36. But I say unto you that every idle word that a man shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment, man. Woo! So,
hey, when you finally realize the power of words and the power of being quiet, bro, and you really come up on the level, bro.
Know when to speak, bro.
Yeah, timing is everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, you first come to this thing, you know, you grab bunches, you want to speak, you want to show your zeal. You know, so boy, but it's hand and knife, but it's like you speak from experience. You know what I'm saying? You want to show your zeal, you want to show get you down and stuff like that. But when you finally figure out, man, they got to prove nothing to nobody. They got to prove to me how much I'm shot at, and also defend less about what I'm saying, what I'm doing. Then your life is a lot easier. The Lord will find you that will give you that lane that's sufficient unto what you need. But it's all about really putting yourself under subjection, what you perceive that it's right in your own eyes. You know what I'm saying? The scripture says, confident in a plain way. You keep wise in your own eyes. It also says in Proverbs, the 1st chapter, that the Most High gives subtlety unto the wicked. I mean, unto the right, or unto the unto the simple. Subtlety unto the simple. It means He give you layers. You know when to speak, you know when not to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Just like a king. A king, how do I say, when you know a boy's about to step into kingship when he's an adult, they grow him in all these different facets, different languages, how to be amongst councils, how to, you know, deal with the people in certain matters, how to speak in front of people. He's groomed in all these different things. Again, that's what the Lord are being groomed in, like the brother going into. We're being groomed in all those things through this walk. You know? We're auditioning for kingship. Our ways are being made straight. We're putting off that old man and taking on the new.
I just finished this one more. Matthew 12:37. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned.
You said Proverbs 1. I'm just gonna read it, but you quote it. It's Proverbs 1, and I'll just start at the top actually. Proverbs 1:1, it says the Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice and judgment and equity, to utility to the simple.
Utility, when you look at that word up, it basically is layers. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's very subtle, it means that you can't really pinpoint their agenda. You know what I'm saying? Like with a female, you know what I'm saying? You talk to a female, you know, y'all having a good conversation, y'all talking back and forth for a week, and all of a sudden she puts you on red, like, damn, I thought this is that. Well, she playing them mind games with you. she gonna see if you gonna pursue her. Or conversely, then she might be done with you. She might got another thing. Yeah. But I say all that to say this, you don't know her intent. You know what I'm saying?
And that's when we're in the world. We don't know what we're about. They shouldn't. You know, they don't know what we're about. We walk uprightly. We know when to hold our tongue. You know, when to remove ourselves from the situation. Okay? Verse 4 again, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man, knowledge and discretion. Okay? So you want to, that's what you got to be praying for, the knowledge, to be able to make righteous judgment. What did King Solomon pray for? Okay? When the Lord came to him, he said, give me the heart so I can judge this so great a people. He wanted to understand it. And because he asked for that, because he was seeking that knowledge of the Lord's ways, the Lord added everything else unto him.
That's right.
Hey, everything came with it.
Hey, you pray for knowledge, bro. Expect situations. Expect for you to have to go through things, bro, to gain wisdom.
Just don't get it.
You ain't gonna just get it. It says that blessed man that has experience and Sirach, you're gonna have to experience a couple things, man. This wisdom will try you.
You try it out.
There'll be some days, man, Apostle Bar, years ago, when I first got into this thing, man, and he had an austere look on his face. So he was riding in the car. He said, there'll be some days in truth where you feel like you're losing your mind. Now, he said, now as I'm older in this truth, I understand on intimate level what he means. This wisdom will try you. Be all types of scenarios, problems that arise in your life to where you'll be tried. You'll be tried, man. But overcome. The end game is what? We can overcome when it's true. You know? That's what it's all about, overcoming. Yeah. And seeking that and finding that understanding. You know, and all that wisdom, get understanding.
Right.
That's what it is.
I got something just to, how that wisdom is going to try you. This is Sirach, chapter 4, verse 16. If a man commit himself unto her, talking about wisdom, he shall inherit her, and his generation shall hold her in possession.
Yeah.
For at first she will walk with him by ways, and bring fear and dread upon him, and torment him with her discipline.
That's right. You'll be tormented. So, you know what I'm saying? Tormented.
Man, go do it, bro.
You'll go do it. You're going to catch spades. Take L's. A lot of L's that you would take. You know what I'm saying? To get the understanding of, damn, there can be so many scenarios, bro. Damn, I see why the Lord said, watch out for people. Damn, I see why the Lord said, you got to drink some of your blood. Right. I see why, you know what I'm saying? So it's so important to, you know what I'm saying? If I got a problem with to have a Matthew 18 chapter. You know what I'm saying? I see why. There's going to be scenarios where Most High is going to manifest unto you your faults. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I got to get this together. You see that? That's that wisdom trying you and tormenting you.
And back in Sirach 4 and 17, and for at first she will walk with him by crooked ways, and bring fear and dread upon him, and torment him with her discipline, until she may trust his soul and try him by her law.
That's right. So Most High gonna put you through various scenarios to where he could trust your soul. Like you're gonna figure out. You finally get that aha moment. Like, man, let me do this. Let me not do that. Let me get myself together. You're gonna take fades, bro. That's it. You're gonna take L's. It's all to your betterment, not to your detriment. That goal, brother. That goal. And it says that James 2nd chapter, blessed is the man who endured temptation. He tried, he shall receive eternal life. Now, no man say when he's tempted, I don't tempt by God, for God cannot tempt.
But a man is tempted with what? He is drawn away from his own lust and inclinations. You see that? So if the Most High is controlled over everything, then how in the world can the Most High is controlling everything? Then how in the world did He not test you? You know what I'm saying? Or entice you. Well, the Most High is teaching. That's what I want to say. Not luring you to destruction, but giving you a test. Like, are you gonna do this way? You gonna do what I tell you to do? Are you gonna fail the test? A lot of times, Most High knows you gonna fail the test, but He wants to build you up in the character. You gotta believe that sometimes. Sometimes, man, hey, the things are fuck with you, bro. Like, you thinking all types of shit. You by yourself, bro, in the road, thinking all types of things messing with you. You know? That's when you combat him with that truth. Some shit be in your mind like, whoa. The demons gonna sound just like you, bro. Just like you. Look at you crazy, dog. Yeah. You player hate. What?
You know it's a demon.
Bro. And if you notice it, that them demons start talking to you right with this camp thing. He be all happy, hungry, go lucky, you know what I'm saying? Like, brothers, you know what I'm saying? You know, you might be in a chat, brother, might misinterpret what brother Rick, because a lot of stuff is misinterpreted text. You know what I'm saying? Now you look at the brother, this is a damn demon plaguing you, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff to be demons, bro. You know, you gotta know how to combat those demons with this truth. So you pass that test. Yeah, man. So we look to this for the balance. That's what the brother going in. This is the stability of our times. So we look for this understanding, this knowledge for our balance to get when things are going a little bit left. It is, you know, that's what it is.
Like
That's what I see. We start talking about demons. You see him. What are you doing?
all the minutes. It's Luke 22 and 31. The Lord said,
Look at this shit, bro. Didn't we just say that?
Hell,
That's a female.
that's a woman, man.
Back in the day.
She just got next. She just pulled him down, bro. She just pulled him down, bro.
Take that this way.
That's crazy. She just pulled him down.
You got a tampon?
Probably. Look at that.
This shit, dog.
Look at that.
Hey,
Hey,
let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. Let's go.
Let's try to wrap it up.
Hey, we gotta get out of here.
Look at this
So with
shit.
that being said, we're gonna give all praises to the Most High.
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rakakadash.
They'll belong to the Apostle Nell is a great millstone. Shalom to all the brothers and of course the few sisters who are pursuing this truth, this sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your house. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shit crazy.